Hello and welcome to Central Coast Disc Golf's Champs versus Chumps Volume 10. We're here in Sabattis, Maine at Sabattis Disc Golf Course. Really a complex of courses. Fantastic place to play. We're going to play the most difficult Eagle course with a couple amazing champs. We've got Simon Lizotte, Paige Pierce. How you guys feeling?
Feeling fresh and ready after a great tournament yesterday and a little 4-hour drive up here. Perfect weather. I love this place and glad to be back in Maine on my way up to Canada. And we got to defend our title today.
Yeah, what happened last time you played? You got away with a win in Canada, and did you also win in San Francisco?
Yes, I won with Ricky in San Fran and Simon in Canada, so we'll see if these chumps can put up a better battle.
Wow, and speaking of our chumps, let's pan over here. We got an army again, one of the biggest we've seen. These guys are very excited, as I'm sure you can tell from the camera shot. These guys have a skill level ranging from average to way, way below average. And they're going to be doing their best as teams of 4 random players each hole to take on our 2 chumps playing best shot doubles. Let's get right to it. Hole 1. Pleasantries exchanged here. Champs are going to lead us off on hole 1 of the Eagles course. 399-foot par 4. The basket you can see straight ahead, not the one we're going to. This one goes down the tunnel and then breaks right. We're going to play the yellow top baskets today. Paige Pierce with a putter. Got through. And Simon goes with the mid-range, turning a little early. And I think they're going to want Paige's. That's going to be behind quite a few trees. We will see what they choose.
All right, so start off with the chumps here.
Wow. Really a folk hero at this point. Peter Sleepy Legs never lets his chump teammates down. And he's done it again. That is a fantastic drive, but it catches a tree, kicks down right. They can do better. Oh, here comes Bob. He's got his G-Star Leopard 3 queued up. Cell phone in the back pocket just in case anybody calls. And nobody called him on that shot. Here comes our third chump. And that is so ambitious. Just throw it directly into the woods and hope. Hope as hard as you can. He's going straight at the basket, ignoring the fairway entirely there. And this guy, our last chump. That's a chumpy. It's very chumpy. They're going to be in a tricky spot, I think. All right, so the chumps, somewhat, I mean, not really surprisingly, but in the same breath, inexplicably, all through to the exact same terrible spot. So they're arguing now over what amounts to nothing. I mean, all these shots are equally terrible and behind a lot of trees. They're pretending like it matters. It really doesn't. They're in a tough spot.
Simon's even helping.
Simon's helping in quotation marks. All right, here we go. There is a tiny gap available. And he's got maybe got a little roll out of it. And that's an early tree, a bit of a late release from Bob. And there's another tree there. Unfortunately, they are in some trouble. I don't think they really have a viable chance for par right yet. It'll take a big putt. Oh, no. Wow. I hope that first one went through. Interesting strategy again. Not one of them electing to go anywhere near the fairway. All just hacking their way straight forward. No one thinking maybe one of us should pitch to the side. It boggles the mind as usual. Okay, Champs up now. Paige Pierce looks like she's queuing up a putter forehand. Probably a little bit tougher lie than I thought. And she seems to like it all right. I think that's okay. Stays short of the creek. Looks to be inside circle 1. And Simon might have a driver here. Is he thinking skip shot? He is. Might have looked close from up there from my angle. It truly wasn't. Okay, our chumps have elected to take this side hill lie underneath a tree. They're probably 70 feet away. Oh, no. And that is a tough way to start. Keep in mind, this is one of the easiest par 4s I personally have ever seen. And these guys are playing 4 people, and they've not been on the fairway one time among all of them. I'm not sure what this hat is. I watched the movie Shazam on the plane here. This guy may have liked it a lot more than I did. Could be the Flash as well. I don't keep up on it, but it looks a lot like the logos I was seeing in that movie. Okay, green light. I like that. The hive mind is a really helpful thing for these guys, as we always say. You know, they really need to remind each other about just the general point of the game, the strategy. You can never be told too many times. And we could probably say he was trying to run that. He obviously hit a tree right in front of him, so we didn't really get to see it fly. But I think he had the right idea. And wouldn't this be a moment for Sleepy to get something done? And Peter with a nice throw. I mean, you got to credit where credit's due. That's a nice shot. The oohs and ahs deserved there as he just buzzes past the basket. A nice attempt for the birdie. A birdie putt, and it's already started, folks. We've got a 1-stroke lead right out of the gate. This is not the type of hole these guys can afford to give up strokes. This is really, there's no distance involved. It's just get to the spot and pitch down. This might come back to haunt them. But Bob finishes well here, in for 4, and on to hole 2.
Drop that, yeah, feel the funk, y'all, yeah, feel the funk, y'all, yeah, lay back in the cut.
On to hole 2. We have got a 241-foot uphill par 3 into the grove of trees. A pretty simple shot here. The uphill may wreak havoc. We're going to need sort of a burly chump, I think, to get the disc up there. Our champs are going to have no problem reaching this basket. Paige Pierce with the mid-range. That's going to putt. She's up there just a little short, but it's a solid shot. And Simon takes a little bit wider line, and he's blown up a tree branch there. You can see the rain coming off. We've had a decent rainstorm just these last hour or so before this competition. So we've got some wet tees and some wet ground. Wait a minute. Oh, a standstill. Oh, and you gotta like that.
Come on.
That's a solid shot. That Anheuser forehand, taking it. Ooh, we got a Sexton shootout stamp. He can't have had this for more than a few hours. But it's already his number 1 disc. And we can see why. Beautiful shot there. Nice to see the chumps respond a little bit after that listless first hole. Little wide right. And now it's time for Mo. Wow, he got a hold of that, folks. That would have had the distance for sure if it had any kind of line on it. You got to take positives away where you can, and he threw that hard enough. Let's be honest. Got Simon from 40. Surprisingly far away for our champs here. I really didn't think their drives were this bad. And Paige. I'm gonna say one of the best circle 2 putters, regardless of gender, in the world, but she still can't make it. And they are gonna explode if Cody can come through right here, right now. Wow. Almost had it. The confidence is still really weirdly high. Wow. Oh, wow. A 2. He stares down the champs and and there's flexing going on. And he'd look at him just leaving their discs on the ground over there. You'd think maybe he could pick one up, concede a shot. No, not today. This is a bitter rivalry, folks.
Drop that. Yeah, feel the funk, y'all. Yeah, feel the funk, y'all. Yeah, delay back.
Well, they did beat you. Yeah. Yep, stroke play, normal score. Okay, we're on to a bruiser here. The par 5, 635-foot third. You see the mandatory tree out there. Well, whoa! Hold the phone, folks. That is a absolutely ridiculous throwler. Okay, as I was saying, the mandatory, which is straight ahead, not way to the right, you have to go left of that tree and then down to the lower level of the hole. And that's left, but not the way you want to be. He says there's a way to the basket over there. I don't doubt it. It's not bad. He has a little juice in his arm. That at least there's that. He got some speed on the disc. Okay, big old curly reach back, towering hyzer. That's going to be 450 feet short. And it's Ian, the man himself. The man, without him, none of us would be here. And look at him delivering. What a shot right into the champ zone. Incredible stuff from Ian. That is nothing new, seeing him put the team on his back. This guy's shooting 1,000-rated rounds, folks. Paige just obliterates this disc. Just cruising past players twice her size. Paige tells Simon, try something crazy. The one thing you never have to tell him is the thing that she tells him. And that is the highest shot. That's the new highest shot. The record has been achieved, and hopefully that thing comes down. He hit the top of the tallest tree on the hole. Admirable effort. I don't know if it could have worked, but we'll never know. But I like the idea. That's right. Here's the disc right here if anybody's looking for it. Whoa. Going with the condor. That was so worth it. Off the tree. It might be out of bounds. First available. The forehand flex. Will it ever flex? Not likely. That might also be out of bounds. I couldn't tell. You got to wonder, would they really just throw 4 straight out of bounds, or will they take that foot off the gas pedal just a little bit to try to ensure a score less than 8, 9, 10, something like that? And this is first available. It might be a one-man team right now. This is a lot of pressure. And he sneaks it through and turns it up above the basket. Who is this guy? That's going to be an eagle putt, a solo eagle putt. Page forced to go to a knee here to get under these branches. There's some OB short of the basket that might be pretty tough to clear from here, from this stance. Here she goes. This looks like it's going to challenge the OB, and it's going to go right into it. That seems unbelievable, but they're saying safe. I'm not sure how. Maybe it could be some gamesmanship as well. Their chumps are definitely not above some misdirection. Simon with an absolute shank, folks. Whoa. Wow. Crazy development here. Apparently, Ian is long in the water on a par 5 in 2 shots. Keep in mind, wow. Hard to believe, folks. Ian, keep in mind, this is an industrial engineer who happened to buy a few Frisbees, and he's passed a basket, a par 5, in 2 shots. It's incredible. Wow, absolute strategical nightmare for the Chumps right now as they all picked up their shots back there. They're going to willingly take the out-of-bounds penalty from Ian's shot with a death putt from 50 feet with trees in the way, best case scenario being a 4. They had 3 shots back there. A couple of those were out of bounds as well, but I know they were in bounds on a couple. Just absolutely zero confidence in their abilities. And it really shows. They're looking at just conceding a 5 here. Wow, that was actually pretty close. Our second chump draws medal. Still a birdie putt here. Keep that in mind. Oh, Ian, incredible, really. I mean, it's such a shame he went out of bounds. It looked like a great shot from our vantage point. Just crested the hill. Too much power. And this is a layup. And it's not even that good of one. He came up way short there. That is unfortunate. Okay, one last. What do you think the odds are that he gets this chain high? I'm saying 1 in 5. Yeah, not even close. That was 10 feet short, unfortunately. A lot of nice layups there. Okay, Paige Pierce inbounds as the other side of the creek is also safe. So this is an eagle putt. Very nice shot from her. Simon with a chance to take 2 strokes. "50-footer away, a little right. He turns around in absolute disgust. And now we get a look at Paige Pierce's jumping ability. Yeah. Oh, she's going to go big here. She's going to take a big risk. She's going to go from the elevated spot. Huge jump. I think she worked a little bit of a grab in there, a little style on the jump. I like that. Clears it with ease. And absolutely drills the 50-footer for eagle. That's 3 shots from Paige Pierce, an eagle on a par 5. Amazing. I've heard. Nice job.
Thank you, guys. Thanks. Good putt, Simon. Thanks.
Way to go, Nate, on the disc retrieval.
You know, sometimes you feel like you're gonna make it, and then you just putt, and it goes like 3 feet right of the basket.
Somebody should. Here we go. They're coming down. They're not happy. This is going to be a par after the eagle from Paige all by herself. All four of them only able to manage a 5. That's tough to swallow. They're going to be down 2 shots after all that great momentum they built with the birdie. That's gone now.
From the top. Okay. Drop that. Yeah, feel the funk, y'all. Yeah, feel the funk, y'all. Yeah, you lay back in the cut. What's up? What's up? From Alpha to Omega, VHS.
All right, hole 4, 211-foot par 3. We're going to the basket on the left near the water's edge. Putter or mid-range, I would think. Floating the backhand down there. No mandatories in play, just clarifying which basket, which course plays to. Paige with the putter, so smooth and straight. Right around the tree, and I think that is nearly perfect. And Simon with the mid-range, a little bit more fade on this. Oh, it might have hit the pole. What a shot from Simon. Okay, 2019 winner of the craziest hat in the world competition. And disc golfer on the side. Yeah, well. Yeah. He puts so much time into the hat, you can't expect him to kill the disc golf game as well. And that's a thumber straight into the ground. Oh, we've got a young chump here. Wow, what a throw. Incredible. And it's a tragedy, really. We've got a professional disc golfer somehow trapped in the body of a young child. We've got a chumpette. Oh my gosh. And that is a first, and she is...
You know, it could have been a lot worse.
That is my job. That is my job. Wow, that was a scary moment, folks. That was a scary moment. I don't think we've seen that before. I might have to get a little farther from the tee pad, because if they're going to react that way, I might be in danger too. Griffin, all right. Okay, and look, Griffin with the honor, putting from his own drive. Wow, what an effort and what a terrible roll. Very unfortunate there. Nearly just cards the birdie by himself up against 2 of the game's greats. Very impressive from Griffin. Oh, and lucky thing someone in the crowd said run it. I don't know if he would have known what to do. He does, in fact, listen to him, and he tries to make a 25-foot putt. Oh, wow. And that's well left. Chance at redemption now. Here she goes. Oh, just a little short. Good effort there. Good effort. And the champs, the champs pointing out quite accurately that the chumps are still out. We got to play by the rules, folks. Otherwise, We're nothing more than animals out here. Griffin is in. Well played hole. They've got hope. If they've got this kid, they've got some hope. Great birdie. Simon with a beautiful drive. Paige with a nice drive herself. And that's going to be a 3-shot lead for our champs through just 4 holes.
From the top. Okay. Drop that. Yeah. Feel the funk, y'all. Yeah. Feel the funk.
All right, we are here on hole 5. It is just 352 feet, though it's a very low ceiling. Listed as a par 4. I don't think it really plays that way at the champ level. It's going to be really hard for any chump to access the green, though, because it does take such power to get underneath that ceiling or command over a roller, which we can basically expect. Only Ian throws bad ones sometimes. The rest of them probably don't even attempt them. Paige with the driver. It's not quite flipping up as much as it needs to. And nearly acing the Falcon basket. See what Simon goes with here. There's definitely an over-the-top route beckoning. It's very hard for him to ignore that usually. But maybe he will keep it low. It doesn't look like he's going to, folks. An irresistible opportunity for the young German. Way over the trees. It's not got nearly enough power. But Simon does what Simon does. And if there's the sky, if he can see the sky, he's going to aim at it. That's the way he is. That's why we love him. What a tough time to be a chump. This is a hole that there's nothing they can do. 3 is absolutely best case. Yeah, admirable effort. Oh, and we've got a sponsored player here, Team Dynamic Discs. This guy's going to be a ripper, folks. What a shot. Wow, what a throw. And the Chumps cheering loudly. They've got a few firecracker junior players here. The future of disc golf in Maine looking bright as always. And little Anheuser extends the shot a little bit, but it's not nearly as good as the 10-year-old who threw just before him. Oh, look out, folks. A little bit of a grip lock again. That's coming over the top on it. All right, the Chumps shot is framed up nicely here. They've got about 110 feet perhaps to the basket. Opportunity for a highlight. And that's neither a run or a layup. That's a shot that buys them nothing. They might as well be only 3 of them now. And that's a useful shot. That's a nice layup. That's team play at its best. 2 players left. And another not layup, not run. He hit the gap. I mean, you got to give him that. He hit the gap that was 15 feet in front of him. Didn't have the power or the line. But they're already up there thanks to Miles. Oh, and it goes with the Anheuser around, but this one is Heisering out. Okay. Over to our champs. Big lead early. Really an opportunity to drive a nail into the coffin already. And that's a good layup. That's a good layup. I'm sure that's what he was trying to do. He's happy with that. That's exactly the distance he meant to put on that. He's going to free up Paige to attack. And that's a nice throw from Paige. Always smart to get a second layup in there. Simon's disc could be lost. Get it close. Guarantee the three. All right, this is Miles. About a 15-footer, and he slams it. These kids are really good players. Nicely done. It's going to be some threes for our teams here as Paige gets them going. That's a great work there for her to trick them into clapping for Simon.
From the top. Okay. Drop that. Yeah, feel the funk, y'all. Yeah, feel the funk, y'all. Yeah, they lay back in the cut.
Hole 6, listed as a par 5, but measuring just 477. Another big-time eagle opportunity for our players. It kind of has a snaky fairway, goes right at first and then back left. A nice technical hole. Probably a par 4, to be honest, at the elite pro level, but that's not really what this course is. You know, it's designed for the people. So it's really a nice hole and a tricky par 5. You got to play good strategy. Wow, folks, Paige just full commitment, beautiful turnover to the perfect spot. Just couldn't hardly be any better. That shot is perfection. Yeah, Simon is at a loss. What can he do? And he gets it way up high. If this cruises... Unbelievable. Maybe the farthest shot this hole has ever seen. The late flip up high through the skinny gap.
That's funny. We pretty much threw the same dude.
Unbelievable. These chumps are up against it in a big way now. The champs are so far down there. And we got that big curly Anheuser cruising for the creek. Yeah, that's safe. Loving it. Okay. I think we had a father-son team. Here's the younger of the two. And he goes with a straight, or he goes more like going up the fairway. One of the first shots we've seen up the fairway today. That was nice. He's a little right, but I think they're in play there. Big forehand. That is smoked, folks. This is going to skip to a great spot. Great shot. And a veteran presence here. Peter back again. Oh, wow. He has been practicing. What a shot. Just up the dead center of the fairway. Wow. 3 great shots there.
That's good stuff. Hey, good throw. Thank you. I'm not even going to take it.
No. Spot here. And great throws by 3 out of our 4 chumps on this hole. They're really starting to show a little bit of fight, which I really appreciate because I have to try to make this exciting, and it is not easy if these guys don't show up to play. But they are showing up right now. What a run at the basket there. Beautiful shot. Nearly ringing up a 2. Based on the T signs, this is for Albatross. backhand putter. A little bit off the line. They're not close yet. They have one really far and one really short. Still work to be done, and another condor sighting. Again, worth the price of admission there to go with the condor. That might work. Hard to tell where that rolled, but still. It went down by the basket? Oh, no. Extremely telling as Peter asks his teammates, wait, after 3 of them are thrown, he says, wait, are we aiming for the yellow one there? If that doesn't tell you how bad their shots were, not a lot will. He doesn't even know which basket they're going for after 3 of his teammates already tried. Oh, premium plastic condor. And wow, he should have gone for the yellow one in the end. He should have aimed for the yellow one. He went for the tree instead. That is not good from here, folks. They really are wide open, maybe 160 feet. And yeah, I don't know how close they're going to be. All right, Simon's disc, big distance, but just kind of a tricky lie over there. Paige in the perfect spot. And I think we're about to, all those 4 chumps should probably gather around. I think we're going to see what you should do if you're really close to the basket. Nothing's in the way. Generally, you're going to want to just go straight at the basket, is what I'm alluding to. And that will work. Absolutely parked. Fantastic shot. And Simon ready to do what he does best. Jump on a sky god and go after it. He might have. Oh! Off the chains from 150 feet at least. Simon Lizotte. When he wants to make one of those, he is always close. I think he probably will make one before the day's done. Condor rolled a little deep. Just fantastic throws off the tee, but you know, consistency a big thing on these long par 4 and 5 holes, and they just were unable to get even a serviceable upshot. And now they're here, uphill, low ceiling, 47, 48 feet in a creek. That's the best they could do with 4 attempts from the garden spot. And there's the layup they were looking for. Now they're ready. Now they're ready. They're close. They've got 2. They've got 2 cannonballs left. It's time to fire away. And listen to that slop. It's so tough to get power out of the mud like this. And that's not a bad effort. That's not a bad effort at all. And look how muddy so muddy. And Peter is a pants guy. He's always got on a solid pair of very slim-legged pants, and he's going to have to get those dangerously wet now. Oh, man. Risking some hyperbole here, but what a disaster from that drive. Unbelievable failure to not even have a credible putt from the perfect spot. I can't believe it. They got to be so disappointed. And Simon just going to tap in from Pages after he nearly made the 2. They'll take a 3. Chumps will move up and make a 4. And it's going to be a 4-stroke lead through just 6 holes. This is a massacre so far. One of the most lopsided battles we've ever had.
From the top. Okay. Drop that. Yeah, feel the funk, y'all. Yeah, feel the funk, y'all. Yeah, lay back in the cut. What's up?
Hole 7, 215 feet. Awkward angle. You really have to get your glide right. Paige is going to go mid-range here. Is it a little wide? I think so. But it's sneaking through. Oh, bad roll. Bad roll. She's going to have a pretty long putt from there. Not that she minds those, as we've already seen today. Simon with a very wide rim disc for a 215-foot hole. I think we might be about to see something. Huge hyzer. It's not going to glide very much. Oh, and look out, folks. That stayed very wide. He says it's the worst shot of his life, which he's had a great life, and who could deny it? You know, Simon Lizotte has lived a wonderful life, and here we go. It's Uriah, team in of a player. Looks like he's got a star T-Bird 3. And this is a nice wide hyzer. Great shot. That's a CTP for the young kid. High fives from the champs. Well deserved. Okay. We've got another chumpette here ready to show what she can do. And as the rain starts to fall, the standstill drive, she goes to the other basket. Unfortunately, she went to the other basket. It was a nice throw. It just went a little straight. I think she's got potential. Is the rain really starting to come down here? I'll see how that affects the play. Nice shot there with the hyzer. Such a beautiful venue, Sabatis. The amount of just absolutely massive rocks that have been moved just for the aesthetic look of this course. It's just a joy to be out here playing and spectating this round as Mo goes with the ill-advised Anheuser that just hits right into a tree, falling down, rolling near the water. They won't be needing that one. Looks like Paige is going to show a little bonus shot. And it's in the water, unfortunately. It doesn't count for anything, so just trying to show the people something fun. All right, I believe Uriah might have got the chumps into circle one. The champs are here around 50 feet again. And Simon drills the putt on the right side, and it just spins its way in. What a putt. They probably thought they had a stroke there. Wow, Simon with the latest fist pump I've ever seen. Oh, what an effort. Just off the right side. Three more chumps here. This is not an easy putt. It might look like an easy putt because you've been watching Central Coast. You've been watching professionals. In the real world, this is not an easy putt, folks. Great putt there. Makes the two. Doesn't concede a stroke. Birdies all around. That is nice to see on the 7th hole.
From the top. Okay. Drop that. Yeah. Feel the funk, y'all. Yeah. Feel the funk, y'all. Yeah.
Good. That's how to fly. All right. The 8th hole here. Oh, and Paige a little bit wide and kicks into the trees. This is a par 5 with a lake. You really have to play a layup off the tee up past the rock just a bit, and then you have the opportunity to go over the water to try to set up an eagle. And Simon is into the trees. A nice kick, kind of, but wow. Those are some pretty poor shots. Little bit of weakness shown by our champs, and every time the champs show weakness, you hear those cheers start to build. And here's a first chump. What a shot. Right up the fairway over his brethren. They love it. That is fully double the distance of our champs' shots. Okay. You gotta love that. You gotta love that. And it's a decent shot as well. Can it sneak through? That might be right in the layup zone. Hard to tell. It might not have enough distance, but it could be close. And that's off the fairway pretty early. And before we judge this player too harshly, I did a little research. This guy's actually been playing disc golf for negative 6 months. He isn't even going to start disc golfing until early March, and he was able to throw it all that distance 6 months before he even started playing the game. Ian just nailing the shot. Okay, it looks like Paige might be thinking about trying to go over the water from this position. This is a shot for the crowd. Way out of position. It's a little high. I think she's going to come up short of the water. It's actually going to end up being a pretty... Ooh. It rolled in. I'm getting a sense that it rolled in. Will Simon try the same? Would they really risk a double OB here with the Chumps in perfect position? Oh, they do risk it, but Simon throws it so poorly that it actually ends up saving him a stroke. And as we arrive at Ian's drive, perfect. Right in the perfect spot. This is the drive that the Chumps are dreaming about, but this next shot over the water might be the thing they have nightmares about. Going over this water from here between the trees, absolutely, really a scary shot for these guys. We'll see if they can navigate a low ceiling with water underneath it. Okay, a lot of strategy talk going on. Just hushed tones here. They don't want the Champs to overhear what they're thinking. I gotta think what they're saying is, hey, let's go over the water. Let's get to the pin. Hey, yeah, good idea. What a shot to start it off. Oh! And did he ever cross? I kind of think he didn't. That branch that he hit might be over the water. I'm not sure they're going to even advance. This looks better. He's over the water. Huge applause. That's going to be an eagle putt. Oh, no. Such a difficult shot, and that's going to find water most likely. So tough to hit a gap, low ceiling, and have the power to get across. And Ian will not throw a bad shot today. He's in attack mode. Okay, Paige was in the water, and it turns out it's taken our Champs 2 shots to get to a spot only slightly worse than Ian's drive. And Paige, will it have enough distance? Maybe. Wow, perfect reaction off the branch. She goes a little high, but she gets across. Well done. Simon going to go to the forehand, get aggressive with a skip here. Didn't quite get the power on it, but it's still a great shot. Okay, looks like they're going to go with Ian's that went a little bit long. Straddle putt, I'm told. I don't know if this is closer. I am really kind of surprised. This doesn't look closer, and it looks like there's trees in the way. This purple one right here, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if it pays off for him. First chump. Absolutely hurt. Wow. An eagle. An eagle 3. Perfectly done. Pressure shifts now to the Champs. They've got to make a nice putt here. Guaranteed to lose at least one stroke, but you got to think they'll step up here and keep it to just that single stroke. And Paige electing to take Simon's lie. It looks to be roughly 10 meters. Oh, not quite an air ball, but she didn't like it. A little left. Pressure to Simon now for the birdie to lose one shot. Wow, I did not think I would see a two-stroke swing in that direction today. The Chumps make an eagle, the Champs a par, and the lead has been cut in half. That's a 3 and a 5. It's just 2 strokes now.
From the top. Okay. Drop that. Yeah, feel the funk, y'all. Yeah, feel the funk, y'all.
All right, folks, huge momentum swing there. You guys lead cut in half by an eagle from the Chumps. Did you see that coming?
I'm speechless.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, there were a few good shots on that hole, and we got the same guy up again. What was your name? Chris. Wow. Chris, he was the MVP, and he's up again.
He's a player.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of curious about your mindset. Is there a universe where you could imagine losing this? Or are you so confident that the lack of skill will show itself eventually? Do you have any nerves at all?
I mean, I think as far as I remember this course, we're going to get to a few open holes out there, and then I'm going to turn my confidence back on and start crushing. So I don't think there's a universe where we lose.
You might as well turn it on now, the confidence.
Might as well.
Honestly, you might as well do it now.
I'm looking for the switch.
Let's do it now.
All right. Well, thank you to our champs. 2-stroke lead. See how they handle it. All right, the ninth, 371 feet with a very interesting fairway shape. I just don't see a lot of shots that are going to navigate this fairway. It's pretty wide, but just so hard to get it to glide through it. This is going to hit a tree and be on the edge of the water. Hard to say if he's in the water. Oh, okay. Some applause here. And that's well thrown. I really like that. Great shot. I don't know that it's close enough to matter, but it's well done. This is really an all-star team. The Chumps pulling out all the stops here, putting some of their big guns on the tee pad. And that's kind of what you have to do to have any chance. You're going to have to. Yeah. Oh, wow. And Peter, too. This is an all-star roster. Wow. Just a threaded forehand here. Does it skip? I couldn't tell. If that got a skip, it got a lot of cheers. Oh no, as Paige hits a tree early with the putter over the creek out of bounds. And Simon with the confidence switched on now. Could this roll? I don't think it did. I think he's safe. Disaster averted. Okay, Paige getting this putter dried off. Might be the same one that just went across the creek. He could have got a little bit of water on it on that shot. This is Simon's drive. The Chumps are way up there. Long putt still, though, so 3 will likely be enough to walk away unscathed. And Paige with a nice-looking shot here. Does it duck underneath? Not quite. That's going to be in that tester range. And Simon with a beautiful shot here. Threading it underneath the branches. Absolutely parked. Very well done. Such a difficult hole here. They're probably 70 feet away. But they've got 4 shots at it. It seems like every episode of Champs vs. Chumps, they find a way to make a miracle happen from this range. Let's see if this could be the time. That's a good effort. Big jump putt, a little bit of turnover on it. Incredible try. This might be a dart sighting. R Pro as well. This guy knows just where I like to be pushed. Good effort. Great disc choice. Two more chumps to go. That's another good effort. I like what we're seeing here. Oh, one forehand blaster for the people. Smooth, smooth. All right, and as you would expect, this hole just so technical and difficult. A couple of threes, very likely at this point. And these chumps, these are some very, very questionable chumps on this hole. These guys are all really solid. Paige thinking about perhaps going left-handed here. And that's just a subtle jab, you know, just kind of says, I'm not worried at all. You know, just kind of a little bit of a shot at the chumps there. All right, 9 holes in the books. The rain's starting to come down here on the tee of the 10th. Come back and join us for the back 9. We've got our champs up by just 2. According to the course par, they're a perfect 9 under. 7 under for the chumps. We'll see how this thing finishes out on the back 9.
From the top. Okay. Drop that. Yeah, feel the funk, y'all. Yeah, feel the funk, y'all. Yeah, you lay back in the cut. What's up? From Alpha to Omega, VHS to Beta, PlayStation to Sega, my skill is still greater. The sickest.